Lucas White, the redshirt sophomore out of O'Fallon, Illinois, will take on Dom Solis, junior from Laurel, Maryland. As we are coming down the home stretch in this one. And like you said, Jason, really those middleweights, tough puzzle to solve when it comes to the Terps.
Yeah, that's where I'm sure they kind of targeted those weight classes and said, this is where we need bonus points. This is going to separate the match. But as we get into these heavier weights, it's going to be a tough challenge for 97 and heavyweight for AU. But these two matches here, 74 and 84, are definitely winnable, and potentially bonus point wins for AU.
It's one thing you have to feel a little bad about for AU if they kind of were going with their as 2 points for Solis there. If you're going with that normal, maybe top lineup, you have an East in there, you have a Campos in there. That's kind of maybe a little different. Again, Maryland's kind of been dominant there as well, but would have liked to see them kind of go good on good, I guess you could say.
Yeah, absolutely. And, there may be some, it looks like Maryland brought their full, their number one, so they want to kind of make a statement right off the bat of the season. They're doing it right now. But, looking for Lucas White to kind of build off some momentum at the end of last year. Had some quality wins towards the end of the last year, and not a spectacular IWA, but leading up to that, starting to look really good, coming to stride.
You kind of mentioned how these teams are attacking this. Maryland, they don't wrestle again until Saturday. They're out of the Tiger Style Invites out in Kansas City, and then they'll have a big duel against ranked Pitt out of the ACC on Monday the 20th, which will be a little interesting. Some Monday Night Wrestling that's not Monday Night Raw, so it'll be fun for them. When you talk about AU, they're back in action on Sunday at the battle that's at the Citadel, which was going to be important for Coach Borelli. He said, look, we're going to get some of these younger guys out there, tournament format. We think a good way to kind of get them their welcome to college moment in a tournament setting.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's a great tournament. Some good quality teams will be at that tournament. You'll wrestle some really good guys, and you'll wrestle some guys that are at the middle of the road, and kind of get to see where you're at without being front and center in your home gym right away.
Eagles will follow that one up with a duel over at George Mason, where they'll take on Clarion and Millersville, and then the next day they will go down to Virginia Tech. So a lot of wrestling in early November for the Eagles. And Jason Borelli told us, he said, look, one of the things we kind of want to go duels this year, maybe not as much tournament. We want to get a lot of these guys kind of that competition where folks know they're going to have a chance to get on the mat and show what they could do.
Yeah, Solis here, hitting out, having a good solid first period, 2 takedowns to none. 2 shots to none, but getting to work here in the first.
Solis, guy they kind of call the heartbeat of this team for Maryland in his junior year out of Laurel, Maryland. Kind of Alex Clemson kind of said he was the captain, so he's really the guy that kind of leads the way. Not their best wrestler, but the guy who's kind of leading that wrestling room, which is always good to have.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great when your best wrestler's the leader of the team, but that's not for everybody. Then not everyone's outspoken. Some guy just, I'm going to go out there and lead by wrestling. Some guys lead with their wrestling plus the extras, kind of putting the pressure on their teammates, getting to work hard, doing extra. I think Solis is that guy.
Yeah, he actually, a big thing for him, he's going to be the first ever student athlete from Maryland to represent the Big Ten at an NCAA leadership forum out in April. So again, kind of that leadership piece that he has. And I know Jason Borelli loved to get some of his guys like that. He got a lot of really good guys on his team as well. So 7-1 lead for Solis here in the second period. White, as you said, Jason, a guy who kind of came on strong late in the year. He won the first EIWA Wrestler of the Week honors for AU since 2011. Had a big 2-0 week included a upset win of Nick and Conterera of Penn.
1 minute remains. 1 minute.
Yeah, so I mean, for Lucas here to get anything going, he's really got to, he's very defensive, likes to kind of, lull guys in, but Salas here has been taking advantage of it. Lucas in here on a good low single. Salas ducking that ankle. And now in on a shot of his own. Luke's, good scramble, no change. Lucas good with his hips over the top. Salas now down on the ankle. Little bit of a Winn-Dixie type. Not quite in a bad position now, but Lucas White is really funky in here.
10 seconds remains. 10.
Coach Borelli talks about his jiu-jitsu background.
Yeah, it's sometimes a really good thing because it's really unorthodox, and it's sometimes a really bad thing because jiu-jitsu guys go to their back. And you should never feel comfortable on your back while you're wrestling, and sometimes he thinks he feels comfortable there, and you don't want to be there. But there he did a good job continuing motion, moving through each position.
Wallace with the 7-1 lead. Got the riding time over a minute, but White, does he have some points? He does.
Yep, nice Granby roll there. Salas wasn't able to follow. Right into getting double boots on. Trying to stretch him out.
So only 2 on the reversal. So still work to do for White.
So yeah, you're going to see White here just go to work on Salas' shoulders, looking for a bunch of power halves, cross-facing, try to brutalize him a little bit. And he does. Swipes. Think they might have missed a swipe there, but a 2-2 exchange.
2-point ear fall,
That was big. If Salas to scramble like he did and get some points, really gives him that cushion right back.
1 minute remains. 1 minute.
A full Nelson from Salas. Just had maybe a little bit of brain fart there. Don't see that much at this level. And maybe just an accident, but still the penalty point.
Salas trying to get that riding time back up over a minute. 3-point advantage. We've seen Lucas do most of his good work on the mat today.
He does a good job tripoding up here, and he likes to kind of kick over with that leg, but Salas staying a good job staying behind the hips, negating that Granby roll.
.30 seconds to go. Can White get one last move in as stall warning? No points awarded.
Yeah, short time here, 30 seconds. Lucas has really got to kind of create some space here to get that Granby rolling again. Short changeover, but it's saying it, all match. You've got to put multiple moves on bottom to get out. Maryland's done a good job of that in their last 4 weights. While on bottom, Americans putting 1, 2, maybe need to get to that third move to create that space to get out.
And looks like that's going to do it as White fights hard, but Salas with the win. They'll add on the riding time point for a 10-6 victory. And now a 22-4 lead for the Terps. So the duel almost out of reach. Really, in all intents and purposes, it is.